If your bevel corners in Blender look stretched, uneven, or just plain wrong, this quick fix is going to save you a lot of frustration. In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve bevel corners in Blender, why the problem happens in the first place, and how to keep your edges clean and professional every time. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Blender tips and beginner-friendly 3D tutorials. Alright, let's jump in. We're starting with the default cube. In Object Mode, select the cube and press S, then X, then 5. That stretches the cube along the x-axis, making it long and thin. Visually, that may be exactly the shape you want, but internally, Blender now sees the object as having non-uniform scale. That means the scale values are no longer balanced, and that can cause bevels to behave badly. Now let's see the issue. Add a bevel to the cube. You'll notice something immediately. The bevel on the long sides looks huge and stretched, while the bevel on the end faces looks tiny and compressed. It doesn't match, and the result looks messy. This happens because the object scale has not been applied. Blender is still calculating bevel width based on the object's transformed scale, not its true clean dimensions. So here's the fix. First, undo back to the stretched cube without the bevel applied. Once you're back at that stage, stay in Object Mode and press Ctrl+A, then choose Scale. This applies the object scale and resets the internal scale values to 1, 1, 1. Visually, the cube does not change, but mathematically, Blender now treats it as a clean object. Now add the bevel again. You should see the difference right away. The bevel is now uniform on every edge, no matter which direction the edge faces. The corners look much more consistent, the shading is cleaner, and the model instantly feels more polished. This is one of the most important Blender habits to remember. Before adding bevels, modifiers, or certain modeling tools, always apply scale if the object has been resized in Object Mode. Next, let's talk about another very useful bevel setting called Clamp Overlap. This is the safety check that helps protect your mesh when your bevel is too large. To demonstrate it, increase the bevel amount until the edges start getting very wide and begin to cross over each other. When bevels get too extreme, they can collide, overlap, or create broken geometry. That's where Clamp Overlap becomes important. With Clamp Overlap turned off, push the bevel width even further. You'll notice the mesh can start to look like it's exploding or collapsing into itself. The corners may pinch, the surface can become messy, and the geometry can overlap in ways that are not ideal for modeling. This is especially risky if you're working on hard surface objects, furniture, props, or anything that needs clean, controlled edges. Now turn Clamp Overlap on. Immediately, Blender limits the bevel so the edges do not intersect each other. The result stays safer, cleaner, and more stable. Even if the bevel amount is high, Blender prevents the geometry from breaking in the same way. That makes Clamp Overlap a very useful setting when you're experimenting with large bevels or working on models where edge quality really matters. So the simple rule is this. If your bevel looks stretched, check your object scale and apply it in Object Mode. And if your bevel is getting too large or starting to intersect itself, turn on Clamp Overlap to keep the mesh under control. These two small adjustments can dramatically improve the quality of your bevel corners in Blender. If you want cleaner modeling results, remember this workflow. Scale first, apply scale, then bevel, and use Clamp Overlap whenever you need extra protection. It's a quick habit, but it makes a massive difference in the final look of your model. If this video helped, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Blender tutorials, modeling tips, and workflow shortcuts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.